Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to export a design that maybe you've created in AdaCAD and weave it on an AVL Dobby Loom. So specifically I'm using the newest version of the software here, newest as of June 11th, 2024, which is AdaCAD 4.1. And the Dobby loom I will be using is an AVL Compudobby workshop loom. And it has 24 shafts, though the design I'm weaving today only has 16. So what you can see here is that I've actually designed my entire draft in AdaCAD, and you can see this draft on both the workspace and the draft view here. So since I'm working with a more traditional drafting style of making the threading and the tie-up, I'm going to work predominantly in this draft view. Now I'm not going to show you exactly how to make this draft. I'm working with a pre-made draft here. I'll make another video that shows how you can actually make drafts from scratch in AdaCAD 4.1 in a little bit. The important information that we need to consider when we're transitioning our design from AdaCAD to the loom is just that the settings are correct. So let's see, over here, the panel that we want to look at for our purposes, let's go ahead and down here, is the Loom Settings panel. So the Loom Settings panel tells us what kind of loom we're using, how many warps, how many wefts, but most importantly for exporting to a loom, how many frames and treadles we're going to be using. The number of warps and wefts don't matter exactly as much. The wefts matter a little bit more than the warps because the wefts are going to determine how long your treadling sequence comes out to be in the Dobby loom. But the warps aren't doing a whole lot in this situation. I just put 320 because that's exactly how many are on my loom. So to download this, I have given it a name here. Right near it's called Original. I made a few different versions and I called this Original. I can change this to Dobby Crosses. Dobby Crosses 1. I changed the name there so that when I export it, the file name says dobbycrosses1.wif. Now I can download this clicking this button in the viewer and click download as WIF, or I can actually download here in this sort of more highlighted download button, download the selected draft as WIF. So I go ahead and download that, and now on my computer I have a file that's called dobbycrosses_1-wif. So what I'm going to do then is actually go over to my interface to the Dobby loom. This is the AVL software that's provided to give you loom control, and I'm going to upload that file that AdaCAD generated. So I click upload to loom. Then I go ahead and scroll through my thousands of downloads until I find one that says Dobby Crosses 1. I go ahead and click that, and you can see that it is opened here in the file listing. So if I say open for weaving, the view changes and you'll see now that this treadling sequence will be communicating with the Dobby loom, and it actually stored some information about those warp colors and gives me a subtle visualization of what's happening. So let's go ahead and weave this.